Have you ever felt that the closer you get to God, the more distant you feel from those around you, that the harder you try to fit in, the more invisible you become? Today, you're about to uncover a profound truth, a secret untold about the solitude that accompanies women chosen by God. What you're experiencing isn't rejection. It's a powerful sign that God has something extraordinary, uniquely designed for you. Stay with me and understand why you've never truly felt like you belonged. When God selects a woman for a significant purpose, the first act is often to separate her. Initially, this can seem perplexing, counterintuitive to our natural desires for connection, understanding, and acceptance. After all, we're social beings. We crave belonging. But this separation is not rejection. It's a specific calling, a divine invitation to something that can only be revealed in the quiet intimacy of isolation. Throughout biblical history, this pattern is evident. God separated Esther from the comforts of ordinary life, placing her in the isolation of the royal palace before using her to save her people. He separated Mary from societal expectations, thrusting her into a path of bewilderment and questioning before she could give birth to the Savior of the world. These aren't coincidences. These are carefully orchestrated plans by God to safeguard and shape the lives of these women. God separates you because the purpose He has for your life transcends the routine, the friendships, and the environments you previously inhabited. He knows that to achieve His grand design for you, you need a protected space, free from distractions that might divert you from the path. It's in the silence that He begins to work on your heart, removing anything that could hinder your progress toward the destiny He planned from the beginning of time. This period of separation is a time of profound spiritual foundation building. Just as a seed needs to be buried to grow, a woman chosen by God needs isolation to blossom in her calling. God didn't isolate you by accident. He set you apart because what He has for you is singular, exceptionally powerful, too special to be shared with just anyone. You weren't chosen for a common mission, and that's precisely why your path feels so solitary. This isolation is a divine stamp, a clear indication that God is making a significant investment in your life. Don't view this phase as a loss, but as a necessary period for something extraordinary to emerge within you. Separation isn't the end. It's just the start of something extraordinary that God will reveal in His perfect timing. When God chooses to isolate a chosen woman, He's doing something even deeper. He's protecting you. It's difficult to perceive this while it's happening, especially when friendships that seemed unbreakable begin to cool and promising relationships end without explanation. In those moments, you might question what you did wrong or why seemingly essential people vanish from your life. But the truth is, God is intervening to safeguard you from situations and people who could jeopardize your purpose. What seems like a loss to you is liberation to God. He sees beyond what you can presently see. He knows precisely who should and shouldn't walk with you during the next chapter of your life. Not everyone is meant to be on this journey with you now. Healthy friendships aren't the only beneficial relationships. Some connections that seem vital today might become burdens tomorrow, hindering spiritual growth and divine purpose fulfillment. This is why God carefully removes individuals or situations that could divert one from the righteous path. Joseph's separation from his brothers, unable to accompany the grandeur God planned for him, is a prime example. Though the separation was painful, divine purpose prevailed, and Joseph became governor of Egypt. Similarly, in the lives of chosen women, what appears as abandonment is often divine protection. God won't allow those who don't directly contribute to a woman's mission to remain long in her life. Perhaps you're currently experiencing the pain of unexplained departures or abruptly closed doors. Soon, you'll recognize that these separations were necessary steps toward your true destiny. God never closes a door without preparing a greater one. He doesn't remove people from your life without introducing new connections aligned with your calling. The solitude you're experiencing is divine care in action. God is safeguarding your future, diligently guarding your heart, and ensuring you arrive prepared, whole and strengthened to the exact place He's prepared for you. Trust. Everything that seems like a loss today is, in reality, powerful protection for tomorrow. The solitude permitted in the lives of chosen women is not just protection. It's a powerful method for profoundly shaping their spiritual character. You might wonder why God chose you to face such challenging and silent periods. The answer lies in the fact that it is precisely during these times that He builds within your heart qualities that couldn't develop amidst the world's clamor. In solitude, faith grows and matures. Without other voices, God's voice becomes clear and distinct. You learn to trust invisible promises, to hope even without seeing the next step, and to rely entirely on a force that transcends human understanding. God knows that to fully live the calling He has set aside for you, your faith needs to be strong, tested, and proven during these quietest moments. But solitude isn't just about faith. God is also cultivating patience in you. Our world demands instant gratification. Waiting is often seen as a waste of time. Yet, in the spiritual realm, patience is the key to great achievements. God uses these silent periods to teach you to wait for the right moment, to trust His timing above your own, and to remain steadfast, even when everything seems stagnant. Furthermore, God uses solitude to reveal who you truly are. In that isolated time, you perceive your hidden weaknesses, confront your deepest doubts, and learn to replace your insecurities with the unwavering certainty of your Father's unconditional love. When God separates you from others, He's building within you a firm, strong, and unbreakable identity. This process is difficult to accept while experiencing it. But remember, the same God who shaped David while he tended sheep is shaping you now. Every moment of silence, every tear shed in solitude is forming a strong, resilient woman ready to fully embrace her purpose. Do not disregard this season. What you perceive as hardship today will, tomorrow, be a powerful testament to a woman transformed by God. Silence is not emptiness. It is a sacred space where spiritual character is forged. When God guides you through periods of solitude and quiet, the adversary sees this as a perfect opportunity to sow seeds of doubt in your heart. He knows a chosen woman is a genuine threat to the kingdom of darkness, which is why he will stop at nothing to convince her that this isolation signifies abandonment or rejection. He whispers lies, making you believe that perhaps God has forgotten you, that your prayers are unheard, and that you are not worthy of the calling you received. It is precisely in this phase that the adversary attempts to distort your perception of reality. He makes solitude appear as failure, attempting to cultivate insecurities you hadn't even recognized before. You begin to question your worth, doubt your ability, and even wonder if you truly heard God's voice, or if everything was a mistake. Yet remember this fundamental truth. The adversary excels at distorting what God is accomplishing. He uses doubt as a weapon because he knows that when you doubt, your faith weakens and your spiritual strength is compromised. He desires you to give up before God's promise is fulfilled in your life, for he recognizes the power inherent in a woman who understands her purpose and walks in it with unwavering resolve. Therefore, be vigilant. Whenever thoughts of discouragement, rejection, or inadequacy surface during this period of separation, recognize that these are not merely fleeting emotions. They are the adversary's strategies to prevent you from achieving the purpose God uniquely designed for you. Instead of accepting these lies, fill your mind and heart with divine promises. Constantly remember the biblical truth. Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you, I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Isaiah 41:10. This is the time to bolster your confidence in God's faithfulness. Solitude does not signify abandonment. It is a clear sign that God is preparing something extraordinary for you. Do not allow the adversary to transform this sacred preparation time into doubt. Your victory begins precisely when you reject lies and embrace with absolute faith the purpose God has reserved for your life. A powerful spiritual secret is hidden within times of silence and solitude. It is precisely during these moments that God pours out upon you a spiritual authority that cannot be attained elsewhere. Initially, solitude might seem a challenging and empty phase, but it is, in actuality, the place where God prepares chosen women to exercise profound and transformative spiritual influence. When God calls you to solitude, He is granting you access to something that can only be received in silence, spiritual discernment. In quietude, you begin to hear God's voice clearly and learn to accurately distinguish what comes from Him and what does not. Your heart becomes sensitive to divine guidance, enabling you to quickly perceive the intentions of people and circumstances around you. This prevents you from falling into the adversary's traps or being distracted from your divine purpose. Beyond discernment, God unleashes. A unique spiritual authority emerges from profound intimacy with the divine. During periods of solitude, God strengthens your spiritual connection, preparing you to influence, inspire, and transform lives. It's as if God hands you a special key, unlocking spiritual doors inaccessible to others. Jesus received the power to confront intense spiritual battles in the silence of the desert. Similarly, in your solitude, God equips you with supernatural authority to face forthcoming challenges. You are not forgotten, rather you are being prepared for a weighty responsibility that few could bear. This secretly cultivated spiritual power will manifest publicly. When you emerge from this phase, a profound difference will be apparent, a strength, a confidence, and a spiritual clarity that deeply impacts those around you. This sacred fruit arises from your steadfastness in solitude. Therefore, do not dismiss this time. What seems like silence today will tomorrow become your greatest source of spiritual power and authority. Precisely in this quiet, hidden place, God is shaping a woman unshakable, one who will confidently and clearly walk the path He has planned for her. Crucially, understand this perspective shift. Every period of spiritual isolation possesses a profound purpose. God would never allow you to traverse a desert without preparing a promised land ahead. Each tear, each challenging moment, each silent question was meticulously planned to lead you to exactly where you need to be. Perhaps at this moment you cannot fully comprehend the reasons behind these trials. Rest assured, however, that God is building something eternal, solid, and unbreakable within you. The ultimate purpose of your solitude is not perpetual isolation, but rather positioning you at the very heart of God's perfect will. This process is forging a woman ready to fulfill a specific calling that only you can embody. What appears as solitude will, in reality, serve as the stage for your greatest life testimony. Joseph, Moses, Esther, and David all endured intense periods of solitude before God revealed to the world the profound purpose He had reserved for them. And so it shall be with you. Everything you've faced thus far is merely a prelude to the momentous occasion when God publicly reveals the reason behind these silent struggles. God's impending action in your life surpasses your imagination. He never forgot you, never abandoned you. Instead, He meticulously crafted your future while you perceived a standstill. Now is the time to renew your faith, raise your head, and wholeheartedly believe that you have not endured all this in vain. Therefore, I invite you to do something special. If you believe this season of solitude is merely preparing you for a magnificent revelation, write, "I accept my purpose," in the comments below. Share your prayer requests as well. I desire to personally pray for you, seeking God's strengthening of your faith and spiritual clarity during this phase of your life. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel. Together, we will walk closer to God. God believes your hope will not be in vain. Greater blessings await, and you'll witness the remarkable purpose God uniquely holds for you.